Learn how to create isometric drawings for infographics. Without much ado, let's jump right into it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Vincent Annie. In this video, you are going to learn how to create isometric home, including pieces of furniture and home appliances. The first step is to create a rectangular grid. Grid is the foundation upon which the isometric drawings are built. It gives us the right perspective to draw a three-dimensional object on a two-dimensional plane. To create a grid, select the line tool and draw a line. Hold the Alt or Option key and drag the line to about 10 pixels to duplicate it. Use Ctrl D or Command D to duplicate the line multiple times until it covers the entire artboard and beyond. Group the lines and center align. Hold Shift and extend it proportionally. Duplicate the line. Rotate the lines by 60 degrees and click OK. Reflect by 90 degrees and copy. Drag this in and center align. Zoom in. Adjust manually. Select the artboard to extend it in all sides. This is just to create enough space for your drawing. Go to Pathfinder and click on Outline. Select the grid and increase the stroke. Double-click to go to isolation mode. Select and delete these extensions. Reduce the opacity of the grid so that our drawings will be able to stand out. Then lock the grid so you don't accidentally displace it. Now that we have our grid in place, it's time to start our drawing. The first thing we are going to draw is the wall and the floor. Select the pen tool and start with the top of the left and the right walls. The grid will guide you. Add fill. Now draw the left wall. Add fill. Draw the right wall. Draw the edges. Draw the edges. And now the floor. Use Shift Ctrl left bracket to send it to the back and use Shift right bracket to bring it up one step at a time. Draw the edges of the floor. Without the right colors, your isometric drawings will not make sense. Looks better, but still horrible. So you must choose your colors carefully. I recommend you use tint shade and tone of 2 or 3 colors max. These will represent the highlights and the shadows. Color the top, the left wall, the right wall, well blended. Left edge, right edge, the floor edges. Lock the drawing. Next, let's draw the furniture. But we start with the window. Instead of using the pen tool to draw on the grid, we will use shapes and 3D effects. To create a window frame, draw a rectangle. Switch to stroke. Increase the stroke size. Use a line tool to demarcate. Center a line. Go to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. Change the position to isometric right. Reduce the extrusion. Expand the appearance. Use Shape Builder tool to remove this part. This will give a better perspective. Go to Object menu and ungroup 3 times. Select the pen tool and draw a rectangle for a window. Change the color of the frame. Color the edges with the shade of white, a kind of off-white color. Select the window and change the color. If you are getting values so far, please give this video a thumbs up. Move it to the left wall and resize it. The next thing we are going to draw is a door. Now create a rectangle, switch to stroke. Go to 3D, Extrude and Bevel. Select Isometric right. Reduce the extrusion. Expand the appearance. Ungroup many times. Change the colors. Use Shape Builder tool to remove these parts for better perspective. Give it a different shade. Use the pen tool to draw a rectangle for the door. Use the sphere to draw a circle for the doorknob. And use the pen tool to draw the handle. Move the door into position like this. Before we proceed, please check out these quick tips. Welcome back. Our next drawing is the media console. Draw a rectangle. Change the color and position it here. Duplicate it by holding the Alt or Option key. Draw a line here. Duplicate the line and position it over there. Draw another line here. Delete these rectangles. Copy this and bring it down. Select all. Use the shape builder tool to remove this part. Use the rectangle tool to draw the handles. Group them. Go to Effects, 3D, Extrude and Bevel. This time around, select Isometric Left. Increase the extrusion. Expand the appearance. Ungroup many times. Before we color, combine the top boards with Shape Builder tool. Start by selecting the blue lines. Hold Shift, then the boards. Select the Shape Builder tool. If you combine from the left, you leave the last board hollow. Let me undo with Ctrl Z or Command Z and combine from the right. That's good. Please pay attention to the intricacies in coloring this artwork. After this, I will be skipping the coloring of the future drawings to save time. Select the edges. When you select the smaller piece of the drawing, you look at the color switch on the toolbar to see if the color has switched. Use Ctrl G to group them, then move it into position. Our next drawing is TV. Draw a rectangle. Use the direct selection tool to round the corners a little bit. Draw a smaller rectangle. Change the color to black. Align it and adjust manually. This is a TV already. Add artwork to turn it to a wall portrait or something like that. Group them. Go to 3D. Select isometric left. Reduce extrusion. Expand the appearance. Ungroup many times. Color the frame. Group with Ctrl G or Command G and move it into position. The next drawing is the air conditioner. Draw a rectangle. And round the corners. Draw a smaller rectangle and position it right here. Use the direct selection tool to select only the down anchor points and round them like this. Draw another rectangle here. Select the type tool and type Echo. Center it. Then change the font. Select all. Use the shape builder tool to remove this part. Go to 3D, isometric left. To extrude it more, go to appearance, 3D extrude and bevel. And we are back here. Increase the extrusion. Expand the appearance. Ungroup many times. Then color. Here is the result. Group them and move it into position. Next is a wooden shelf. Draw a rectangle and switch to stroke. We have a total of 20 columns inside this rectangle. To demarcate it into 4 equal parts, select the line tool, count off 5 columns, and draw a line. Duplicate the line and drag to the next position. Repeat for the last time. To draw the legs, Draw a rectangle. Rotate it like this. Then reflect it. Use the shape builder tool to remove these parts. Combine here. Duplicate and drag to this end. Group all. Go to 3D. Select isometric right. Increase this. Expand the appearance. Ungroup many times. Then color. Here is the result. Move it to position. Next is a center table. Draw a rectangle. Round the corners. Copy the rectangle with Ctrl C. Then paste in place with Ctrl F. Reduce the rectangle. Group them and go to 3D. Select isometric top this time around. Too bulky. Go to the appearance panel. Click here and reduce the extrusion. Expand the appearance and ungroup 3 times. Use the color picker to pick this color. To create glass effect, for the legs, create a rectangle. Go to 3D, isometric left. Decrease extrusion. To create ball-like base for the table leg, select a brush tool, draw a half circle, select it, change the color, go to 3D, select revolve, change it to right edge, adjust manually. Change the color. Select both and group them. Position it here. Use Shift Ctrl left bracket to send it to the back. Hold the Alt or Option key. Click and drag. Drag again to this point, paying attention to the grid. Select the inner rectangle and reduce the opacity. Group them and move it into position. Next is ladder glass shave. Use the pen tool to draw a rectangle. Draw the edges. Change the colors. Duplicate like this. Use the pen tool to draw the leg. Switch the stroke and increase the stroke size. Use the pen tool to draw a crossing. Another crossing. Duplicate this. Change the color of the legs. Switch to stroke. Change the size. Select this. Click here to take its color. Select the boards. Change the color. Darken the color of the edges. Group them and move it into position. Now let's put books in their shelf. To draw a book, draw a rectangle, copy with Ctrl C and paste in place with Ctrl F. Change the color of the inner rectangle to white. Round the corner of the outer rectangle a little bit. Draw another rectangle and position it at the center. Use Shape Builder tool to remove this part. Bring down this one. Go to 3D. Isometric top. Increase the extrusion. Adjust the size manually. Rotate it and position it inside the shelf. Duplicate this. Select the color tool and play with it. Duplicate again, then recolor. Duplicate again and recolor. You can make some of the books taller. Select all and move the duplicates to a new position. The next thing we are going to draw is a couch. Use a pen tool to draw out the shape of a couch. Select these anchor points. Use the left arrow key to reduce the length. Use the curvature tool to create a curve. Do the same here. Round the corners. Change the color. Go to 3D isometric right. Increase the extrusion. To create the legs, create a rectangle. Go to 3D. Let's go isometric right. Use Shift, Control, left bracket to send it to the back. Adjust manually. Duplicate the legs and drag them to this position. Select this and change its color. Group them and move it to position. The last thing we are going to create is a vase with a pattern. To create the pattern on the vase, create a rectangle. Hold down the Alt key or Option key to duplicate it. Select all and drag them to position. Repeat one more time. Select the pattern and change the color to white. Open the symbol panel and drag the pattern in. Name it carpet. You can delete this. To create a vase, use the pen tool to draw a half circle. Change the color to red. Go to Effect, Revolve, Right Edge. To add our symbol, click on Map Art. Scroll to Surface 4. Go to Symbol and select Carpet. This is good. It all depends on your preference. Adjust the symbol. Click on this to shade artwork. Play with this if you want to introduce light. Please drop any questions at the comment section. The last thing we are going to do now is to make our drawing to look more realistic by adding shadows. Select the couch, copy and paste in place with Ctrl C and Ctrl F. Change to a dark color, drag a little bit to the right and send it to the back using Shift Ctrl left bracket. Go to Effect and apply Blur, Gaussian Blur. Reduce the opacity. Apply shadows to all the other artwork and you will arrive at something like this. Thank you for watching this channel. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this.